So even though it's not as hype because now the whole Natsu versus Gray thing is out the window, I honestly much rather, and I'm really glad Mashima went this way with getting rid of all those Naruto-esque elements. Maybe he was just parroting it. Maybe it was just that it was really similar. And again, like I described in my last review, Naruto wasn't the originator of that by any means. But I'm just glad, honestly, that it went this route. Again, even though it was like, I did want to see a Natsu versus Gray really all-out battle, ultimately, I'd much rather it be this way, because at the end of the day, this is their relationship. They really were friends for fucking hundreds upon hundreds, 400 plus chapters. So to see it go that route, it just felt a little weird, and it just felt like too Naruto-like. So I'm so glad that this was all a mission and everything, and at the same time, Gray had a really good cover-up, because he really faked it good that he was evil and all this other shit. But who knows, maybe Mashima really was gonna go that route, but he seen the fan reaction and was like, you turn on that bitch. Now we got 2 chapters this week, which pretty cool shit, and I believe we're going to have 2 chapters next week or the week after. Anyway, we're going to have 4 chapters in 2 weeks because we're going to have like doubles upon doubles. So good shit there, Mashima, always putting in work. You cannot deny that that man puts in work, because he totally does. Like 2 chapters in a week, not many mangaka can do that. The first one, that Juro wannabe, and honestly, I gotta call it as I see it. As of right now, the entirety of Avatar just seems like a bunch of misguided Zeref fanboys. Because in 430, which was explained of what they were trying to do, and they want to walk alongside Zeref, from our knowledge of Tartarus and everything that they said, and the reason why the books were created and all that stuff, Zeref just wants somebody to fucking kill him. He doesn't want to walk alongside anyone. So they're already misguided and thinking that, yeah, we're going to walk. No, he doesn't give a fuck. The whole point of the Tartarus arc and the Tartarus members was revive me and then try and kill me. So with them, they're trying to like, yeah, we're going to hold hand in hand and we're going to love this motherfucker. Like, no, he don't give a shit about none of you. He just wants to die. So that Juro wannabe motherfucker with the tattoo, like, ooh, ain't I? He's like Zeref. No, you're not like Zeref. At all. At all, bro. And it just kind of started getting a little weird and perverted. Like, Mashima throwing in that fan service. Lucy looking like she's about to get... yeah, just no, Scotty. And to be honest with you, it was very quick. It honestly felt like we only had small events. It was basically the dude keeps threatening, tell me what you know, and grabbing Lucy up. And ultimately, she gets saved by Gray, which... big reveal that Gray wasn't, you know, all along evil, and he could control things, which that was revealed in 430 actually. He could control things. So yeah, while again it takes away some of the tension and some of the big things that could have happened as far as like, you know, Gray just being this big rebel or whatever, I again much rather have gone this way. I think that it was just better this way because it's far more original than what it was ultimately doing. Not far more original, because at the end of the day, people are spies all the time, but I don't know, it just feels like it meshes way better this way, because this is what fairy tale is. And then the revelation at the end with Erza basically saying that they have a plan, ultimately bringing Erza back into the fold. I thought it would have been a little bit differently, but it seems as though Erza was grabbing the bull by the horns, so to speak, and came up with this big plan. I'm curious if there's anybody else aside from Erza and Gray that is a part of this big plan, and if so, who? And at the same time, I wonder, because Gajil, up until the last chapter even, was being built up that he's ready to fucking beat the shit out of Gray. Was he aware of this? Is the Magic Council aware of this? And everybody but Panther Lily? Like, or when Gajil sees Gray, he's going to take his head off. Like, I'm curious what the fuck is going to happen there. So 429, alright, it's a good chapter, honestly. It was like, big reveal. Same time, I was sort of excited to see a Natsu versus Gray, but then the originality comes into play or whatever. But aside from that, honestly, I was just preferably glad it went this way. So yeah. And then with 430, yet again Mashima takes away another cool design. The Aizen Sasuke look that Gray had is no more, which, so we lost Natsu's epic long hair. Love that hair. I'll miss that hair. We lost Gray's epic look with the hair like that and the tattoo and everything that he can make come and go as he pleases. So that design is gone as well. Lucy didn't really have much of a change. Her tits got bigger, whatever. Wendy didn't change. It's like, Mashima, time skip. Things are supposed to change, bro. And it honestly seems as though Mashima's really pushing forward the whole Groovia relationship, because it's like, Gray, you know, kept this away from Jubia because he wanted to protect her, but he really wanted to tell her. And I think Jubia's going to look at Erza as the biggest cock blocker in the world, because you told him, hey, don't tell your woman anything and just disappear for 6 months without a trace and become an evil dick. Like, good job, Erza. Good job. And honestly, Avatar just sounds like a bunch of dumbasses. They want to sacrifice the town again for a guy that doesn't give a fuck and wants to die. Yeah. And I had a mixed feeling with the whole 4 people thingy-majig of I'm getting fired up. On one hand, I was like, this is Fairy Tail. This is the Fairy Tail that I got into with all of them teaming up, and just seeing them reunited again was a good feeling. But at the same time, it did feel very fucking cheesy, like Erza and Gray saying it. Maybe Lucy, you know, that's his woman, whatever you can say it, but it just felt really cheesy to see it. So it was like a mixture. But then again, I guess that's a big part of Fairy Tail. It's like the cheesiness that sometimes you do enjoy because it's cheesy. And I gotta admit, the pacing in 430 was fast but good, because we don't want to sit around waiting, especially Avatar up till this point anyway just seems like not that big of a credible threat. I mean, at the end of the day, when Natsu went in there, he was blazing through them, and the only way they were able to put him down was to, you know, pull a little wool over his eyes. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if when the next 2 or 3 chapters Avatar gets dealt with and we move forward, because unless there's bigger threats, which they did foreshadow that there might be a lot stronger ones, because that was just one of the side branches and there's the main branches and stuff, then maybe we might have a good fight on our hands or whatever. But it definitely seems as though Mashima's keeping the pacing very, very fast, which is really, really good. I don't want, especially with Avatar, that I don't know if they're weak or strong at this particular point, and I'm more so leaning towards a lot of them or most of them are weak. Let's get past this really quick, and since the whole evil Gray shit is out the window, definitely let's move forward to the next events. With all that being said, 430, I mean, we got the 4 of them reunited, Erza coming in cool as ever, or whatever the case may be, but yeah, it's pretty much along the lines of 429. It's like, it's alright to good, nothing extravagant. As far as being a Fairy Tail fan, you might get a kick out of it because everyone being reunited and Fairy Tail kicking ass yet again the way, you know, people love it. But at the same time, it just doesn't feel like, you know, a big impact, and it doesn't feel like the threat is real as of right now anyway, as far as Avatar goes. So I don't know, between the 2 of them, maybe 6.5, 7, maybe probably a 7 for each of them. It's good, and again, I'm just glad that Naruto vs. Sasuke is out the window and we can move on with our lives. I've seen it once, don't need to see it again, bruh. Let me know what you guys thought of these 2 chapters. How do you feel, first of all, about the whole Gray being evil thing being thrown out the window? Were you excited for that? Are you glad that it's gone because maybe it was too much like Naruto for you, you couldn't get past that? Also, what do you think about the whole plan of Gray being a spy? And do you think that Avatar is a threat at this particular point, or are you just looking at them like you dumbass Zeroth misguided fanboys? And your thoughts of the chapters. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.